Deconstruction is not simply changing your mind about Christianity. Deconstruction is not simply changing your mind about Christianity. For some of us, it's the slow process of disentangling an entire human life from the worldview around which we constructed it, and figuring out what remains and what we want to build from there. That's very different from simply leaving a church. People leave churches all the time. They stop attending, they move on. Sometimes they never really look back. Deconstruction is very different. Deconstruction is for people like myself who are devoted to Jesus, who believed the Bible was the Word of God, believed we were on a mission to become like Jesus and literally save the world. We built our lives around those beliefs. Let me give you kind of a list of examples here. We were committed to a local church. We attended events and activities several times per week. We led the activities, and we led the ministries. We were socially immersed in the church. Our friendships were in the church community. Maybe we met our spouse there. We raised children there. Our entire family was integrated into the social culture of the Evangelical Christianity church. We made a massive financial investment in the church. We gave thousands and thousands of dollars over the years to our local church. Many of us found a meaningful outlet for our gifts and talents. And that was in all kinds of ways. Everything from music or teaching to serving children, to maintaining the facility, to providing serving on the financial committee and budgets and organizing operations or being an elder or a deacon. We found a lot of meaning in investing our gifts and talents in the church in that way. Evangelical Christianity infused our often mundane life with meaning. Work that maybe was a little unsatisfying became a mission field, a means of changing the world. Intellectually, we massively invested in evangelical Christianity, learning the Bible, learning theology, attending classes and seminars and retreats. We bought a library of books. Now it's podcasts, YouTube, social media. We also immersed ourselves in Christian music. That was a really big thing for me. Christian music really became the soundtrack of my life and an important source of comfort and inspiration for me. Educationally, some of us attended private Christian schools and or went to Christian universities and college and were educated there. And then some of you were like me and you became professionally invested in evangelical Christianity. I spent years and tens of thousands of dollars earning a master's of divinity. I spent 3 years starting and pastoring a church and making very little money during those years as well. My life was intricately entangled and immersed within the evangelical Christian belief system and subculture into the deepest parts of my intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and social life. There's no way to untangle that without pain, and there's no way to unravel that quickly. It takes time and care to work your way through that. Because you aren't just changing your mind about a few theological ideas. You are trying to figure out what to do with an entire life that was built around those ideas. I am over 10 years into my deconstruction. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly where it started. I lead a Facebook group at the moment it has over 6,000 members, called the Deconstruction of Christianity. Many social media deconstructing ex-Christians post in my group. And there's a theme of anger and outrage in much of it. They insult Christianity and focus on the absolute worst of Christianity. And I understand that. For many people, there seems to be a period of deconstruction that is filled with anger. There certainly was for me. And that anger fuels posting on social media. I was on social media every day arguing and posting when I was in that place. But as my anger faded, so did much of my motivation to post on social media. Over the last few years, my posts have been rare, even in my Facebook group. To be honest, I don't even really want to create a social media post about this. But so much of what I see about deconstruction on social media is reactionary and clickbaity, including a lot of what is posted in my own Facebook group. And I see that so much, I really felt called to begin speaking about deconstruction again. I wanted to start by pointing out exactly how hard it is to deconstruct. You weren't stupid to have been an evangelical Christian. You don't have to look back at your entire Christian life and decide it was all a waste of time. Like many things in life, it's a mixture of beautiful things, ordinary things, and some toxic stuff. There were relationships that mattered, experiences that mattered, things you learned, ways you served people, music you loved, moments of genuine meaning. You don't have to throw that all away simply because you no longer believe everything you once believed. If you are deconstructing, you are doing something difficult. It takes courage to seriously examine beliefs when you know that examination might change your community, your relationships, your identity, and your understanding of the world. Give yourself time and grace. And if you are like me and didn't deconstruct until you were over 50 years old, give yourself an extra portion of grace, okay? 50 years is a lot of years to unravel. And eventually the question becomes more than just, what don't I believe anymore? It becomes, what do I keep? What do I let go of? What still gives my life meaning? What survives deconstruction? What will I build from here? We'll talk more about that. All right, take care of yourself.